I've gone to both Tractor Supply and Family Farm and Home, and Tractor Supply is having something a little bit different today. Do you see this? It's the Chick Days overview. Instead of having tanks in the store, they have sent them brooding boxes or brooders with heat in there, and they're going to be able to get the chickens in and out easier, cleaner, safer for everybody. This is a really neat idea and a good way to do it. Oh, you guys want to go home? Want to come home with me? Vlog. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I've got Miss Bethany helping me out. We are working on our vacant chicken coop. If you are familiar with us and our farm and our homesteading, I started out right away, as soon as we could, ordering chickens. We raised ducks and we raised rabbits. Well, we had a lot of things going on last summer. And with everything that's been going on this year, with the start of spring, getting chicks put a lot of people on a wait list. And then there was always the possibility that we may not have been able to feed them if the stores were to have closed and we couldn't get chick feed. Now, we've always made our own chicken food with our John Deere hammer mill grinder. And then we grind it right into the orange wagon. This is our feed room right out here. And this was just a corner of the barn that my husband turned into a coop for us. I had these old crates that somebody had used for a wedding and sold me on Craigslist super cheap. And they worked great as repurposed nesting boxes. We added a small sheet of Luan or underlayment so that the chickens weren't sitting up on top. However, they like to sit and roost on the front rail that I gave them for getting in and out. Now, I put a board on the front of each so the eggs wouldn't roll out, and it can make it a little hard for getting in there to get the eggs. So I'm considering taking that out. It does keep a lot of the nesting material in there, but it does make it hard for cleaning out. This is an old drafty barn. It is totally and completely uninsulated. Oh, don't go up above you, honey. You just made all the dust go in your eyes. Keep it down low, okay? All that dust up above you is falling on you and getting in your eyes because you're looking up. So Bethany's going out. So Bethany's going around knocking some dust off of the lower sections. She just got a little dust in her eyes from going up high, so we had to tell her to work down low. Well, as you can see, I got some daylight coming through here. The siding on the back is in rough shape. We'll go out there and we'll show you what's going on out there. So over the past few weeks, I've been trying to keep the grass mowed, keep the weeds down into the coop area. They won't be old enough to go out there for a while. When you get day-old baby chicks, or maybe you get them at the store and they're a week or two old, they're gonna need a little time under the heat lamp before they start going out. As I've said in the past, we have some neighborhood hawks. There's a hay trolley that goes through this long barn, and he likes to perch out there in the morning and watch to see if any chickens, any ducks, or any other baby rabbits and critters can be his lunch. So we're securing this area a little better. The siding has seen better days, and I've been thinking about like a double window, maybe taking this window out and making a double window here because it is quite dark in the barn unless I leave the doors open. When it's windy and cold in the winter, there's no reason to have the doors open. But you can see I had a little trouble with the old chicken wire, so I doubled it up with hardware cloth. And this board needs to come off. We just made it a walkway for the cows at one point, and it's been in the way of me doing some alterations. So we are sweeping, we are cleaning. I had some 1-inch foam in the garage, so we're going to go ahead and at least insulate the bottom part because they like to go up along those edges. And I don't want them having those cold drafts from the siding being bad. Maybe eventually we'll be able to get to the siding, but for today we can work on the inside. Largely in the beginning, I have either set old bricks in the openings or hardware clothed it, but I'll show you this little section here. The small little critters have dug right through and came into the whole coop area. So I'm going to fasten some foam in there for insulating purposes, just to help cut down some of that winter draft, because I do like to keep the chickens in the winter. And at the very least, we like to start out with a new flock in the spring. So with everything going on, like I said, we were late getting started this year. I've been keeping my eye out for some babies, and look what little Bethany has here.
It's a little new chick.
This is just a 3-day-old chick, and that's the thing that I like about buying them from the farm stores. Any of them that are going to be weak, some of them may die during shipping when you get them to your home. And I don't like that 5 or 6 a.m. call from the post office.
And look at these little claws.
Yeah.
And he is really fuzzy. Let's see.
Don't squeeze, relax your fingers.
He's shopping around.
Yeah. So Bethany's old enough to help with the chickens. Bethany has been working on a garden for about 6 months now. We got it going in the fall, and she's been working on it. And Bethany needs more responsibilities in her day. And things like gathering eggs and giving chickens food and water is a nice thing for little kids to start out with. So I was able to pick up 23 meat birds and 10 pullets. We've got 3 light Brahmas. Yep. These are all pullets. She will be white with gray and black feathers at the tips of her wings. They're real beautiful. And then we got 7 New Hampshires. And I raised New Hampshires in...
Awesome. These little wings. Aren't those neat?
Yes. So I raised New Hampshires in the chicken tractor a few years ago, and the males really got after each other, so they're more of an aggressive breed. So I don't know how the females will do, but they tend to be winter hardy, so they should be good dual-purpose birds. And by dual-purpose, I mean good for eggs and good for meat. So I originally intended on getting anywhere from 6 to 10, because we don't want too many eggs, but we want plenty enough eggs that when they start tapering off for the winter, then we can still have a supply.
And look, these ones are yellow. These yellow ones. I mean, it's really yellow. Don't they look like, but their backs, they're a little bit more different.
Yeah. So the lady at the store said these were 3 days old and that these chickens were there for about 2 weeks. They're starting to get feathers, and that the New Hampshires were there for a little over 2 weeks, maybe 3. And I'm guessing by their pin feathers coming in that these little Brahmas are probably a week younger than the New Hampshires. So we're going to get to work on this. I'm going to go fetch a crowbar. My door sticks really bad. The only time it ever works really good is in the summertime because we didn't really leave much clearance on it. And the humidity in our area in the summer really makes us a pain in the butt. It's never fun trying to fill a water fountain with water splashing all over you because you're fighting with the door. And then I have to get the weed whacker out and get my weeds down because I've got woodchucks, I've got possums, I've got raccoons, and they don't need any extra places to hide. It doesn't look like much so far, but I've weed whacked all the tall weeds down with an old style hand weed whacker. And I had picked up these signs. I thought they were so cute at Tractor Supply, and I wanted to put them up. I put a coat of shellac on them and I got them up on the siding, but I want to get the coop a little more secure. I've just got chicken wire over my window, and I actually want to take that out so it's a little warmer in there for the winter. And I might do some foam insulation for the chickens and maybe some wooden slat walls like how they do in like a horse pen or a horse run-in, just to give them a little more heat insulation since we do normally keep chickens in the winter, and replace these bad boards that are at the bottom. I'm actually thinking about changing the layout of the fencing so that the chickens can come out here and I can see them better. So I'm going to have him try to work on moving this in the next week. So old corn trailer that we're not using, so that I can have this more in a square layout and put a roof over it, because that hawk in the neighborhood likes to sit up there and wait for them to come out. So this is the same field exactly 1 year later, April 2021. And the hay seeding has taken off really well. We've got tons of clover growing right now. The grass is starting to come up and turn green. You can see that we've added a few extra features to the farm. We've got 5 semi-trailers lined up down there now instead of 2. And the one that was tipping over because it fell, like, sunk into a hole. The neighbor came down with his big loader for his heavy work at his gravel pit, and they were able to lift that up and be able to block it and get it out of the trouble that it was in. Things are looking good for spring. That's leaving me time to spend with Bethany to teach her farm things and nice little things that little girls should do. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you're not already subscribed, don't forget to do that. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up for us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.